Hello and welcome back to the episode of Pokemon Origins. In this episode we're focusing on Deoxys. Deoxys is a DNA Pokemon and is number 386 in the National Dex and stands at 1.7 meters tall or 5 foot 7 inches and weighs 60.8 kilograms or 134 pounds. It has 4 forms, a normal one, an attack form, a defense form and a speed form. Now all forms have a different appearance, but the main components of all forms are a dominant reddish orange colour. They also have a bluish green face and 3 dots similar in colour to its face, situated in an upwards triangle on its back. They all also have a purple stripe on its face where its nose would be, and a purple crystalline organ in its chest. They also all have white eyes which are circular inside black eye sockets like round parallelograms. Now the normal form, its skinny legs come to a point and its upper legs have a single segmented blue stripe that goes down to its knees. It has orange skin except for black vertically lined abdomen, and its arms often come in form of 2 pairs of cord-like tentacles, red and blue, sometimes called in a double helix. You can also reform these tentacles in a bluish-green humanoid arms with 5-fingered hands. There are red Y shapes running down the arm's entire length. This form also has 2 trapezoid-shaped ears and a short tail. Deoxys' attack form is the same leg shape as the normal form, except the stripes are no longer segmented and run down mostly the whole leg's length. They also have a large spike on each knee and a pair of whip-like tentacles instead of arms. They have triangle-shaped ears and a single spike atop their heads. Most of this orange skin has disappeared, revealing more of a black lined inner body, and all these lines converge at the crystalline organ. Deoxys' defense form is bulky and thick and has wide legs that are flat at the end, with bluish green spots on each knees. It has flat, broad tentacles as arms that cannot be twisted, and they hang down to the ground when they are not used to defend itself. Its head has now been fused with its body, resembling a helmet, and its skin has thickened and covered all its body parts. Finally, Deoxys' speed form has a sleek grey body with 1 tentacle on either side of the body, 1 red, 1 blue, and the back of its head is elongated and comes to a point. It has lost most of its orange skin from its body, and has narrow appendages so it is streamlined and aerodynamic. Almost all of its body is now shown to be black matter, and lines cover the length of its body from its ends of legs to its neck. Inspiration from certain representations of Deoxys come from aliens and visual representations of the DNA double helix. Deoxys is a genderless Pokemon, and its shiny form is gold and light green coloured. Pokédex entries tell us that Deoxys was an alien virus that fell to Earth on a meteor and underwent DNA mutation to become this Pokemon, and also it appears where auroras are seen. Deoxys is an abbreviation of deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA, the medium of genetic code in many cellular organisms. Now onto a size comparison. We can assume that all the forms of Deoxys are the same size, except they're not. But yeah, as you can see, they are medium height, about the same height as me really. Not much difference between them, but yeah, that's what the size of Deoxys is. And finally onto sprite comparisons. We're going to go through each form individually, starting with the normal form. So in Generation 3 you can see that its right arm has been changed into a hand, whereas in Generation 4 its left arm has been changed into a hand, meaning it can switch freely. And Generation 5, both of its arms are the pair of tentacles. Now onto the attack form. You can see in Generation 3 it's kind of stood there, it's not doing a whole lot. As we get to Generation 4 it's kind of more of an active position, a bit larger for the camera, and then Generation 5 it's just stood there really, it's not doing a whole lot. Now onto the defense form. You can see in Generation 3 it's bulky and it's going to defend it, and you can see it's got bulky arms there. And then Generation 4 it's kind of just like buffing itself out, showing how big and strong it is. And then in Generation 5 it's just stood there really, it's not doing a whole lot. And finally onto the speed form. You can see in Generation 3 it's kind of running towards the camera sort of, and in Generation 4 it's running away from the camera, and in Generation 5 it's just stood there. So it's not much of a difference really for any of these forms. And so into this episode of Pokemon Origins. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.